Well, there are two things that jump out at me immediately. Number one, scores like this on Friday nights don't happen a lot in the Southeastern Conference. And the second thing I know for sure is that Vanderbilt's a very good club, and they will be different tomorrow because Tim Corbin did a great job. They have great players, and they have great, history. But we were in this same situation a week ago on Friday, and our kids were a little embarrassed the way they played last Friday, and they played hard, and we won a doubleheader at Georgia the next day, and that's the same thing that's going to be on Vanderbilt's mind because they have winners, they have great kids, great players. So yeah, we win the game, but the 17-2 doesn't, it could be 1-0, and it wouldn't make any difference at this point in time. It's a win, and you got to move forward, and you got to find a way to capture the same emotion, the same intensity, the same level of play today. We got to bring it tomorrow. Go ahead.
Against Beatty, your guys just didn't wait. Vickerson went up there, Diss went up there. They were all swinging, trying to make contact on one of the best pitchers in the country.
Yeah, they're really hunting the fastball. We felt like we could get to the fastballs, breaking balls, really good pitch. His changeup's one of the best in college baseball. I think that's what really separates him, and that's what makes him so good. Is he's got something for the left-handed hitter. I thought the key in the ball game was, the first two guys in our lineup got hits for sure, but when we got deeper in our lineup, we didn't take great swings, but we didn't strike out, right? So our pressure guys who could run hit a little weak ground ball, but it wasn't a strikeout. If you look at Beatty's numbers, he's used to getting strikeouts. So if you just make contact and force them to make plays, anybody, not just anybody, then you're giving yourself a chance. And Vanderbilt's a very good defensive team. They weren't tonight, but you can bet anything they're going to be a good defensive team tomorrow. So I'm really proud of our kids because we forced some things to happen tonight. With our process, with our at bats on the mound. You just can't say enough about what Preston did on the mound today. I don't remember how many fly balls he gave up, but it wasn't a ton. And he got a ton of ground ball outs. He got a double play when it mattered the most, and really just kept pounding the strike zone at the bottom and forcing ground balls.
But it's got to make you smile, John, when Vandy's going to give you extra outs. It just seemed like your kids recognized that tonight and then made them pay immediately, and there was a sense of recognition that we got to make them pay here. It may not happen again.
Yeah, they did give us a couple of outs for sure, but at the same time, some of those mistakes were forced just because of where they happened on the field. When you go on the road in our league, everything's new to you. Vanderbilt hadn't been here in 2 years, and certainly, it's an adjustment for you. So, but they will be adjusted tomorrow. They will come back, and they will, they'll be ready to play baseball. They're a very good team. I think with what they lost a year ago, I think some people forgot what they have defensively and what they have on the mound. So, you're going to have a matchup of two really good left-handers tomorrow. We're excited about sending Ross out there, and we need to have the same game plan. We need to get to the bottom of the strike zone. We've got to have a ton of ground balls, and we've got to make those plays when they present themselves.
Preston said his heart was pounding when he went out there. What did you tell him before he went out there?
Yeah, you know what? Butch does a great job of preparing him for that. I just think, the disappointing thing is because of the way we really were planning on getting him back out Sunday against Georgia. Of course, that didn't happen. And because it didn't happen, you have this wide gap of between when I think if he had pitched last Sunday, he wouldn't have pitched tonight. But certainly it would have been a little bit easier for him. His heart wouldn't have been pumping. But yeah, it's his first SEC start. That's a big deal. I thought he just did a great job of slowing everything down and getting in the strike zone.
I think the second and fifth, he had bases loaded, one out, bases loaded, no outs, and he gets out with one run. How big is that?
That was huge, and of course, he had some innings in the middle there. We had a 10-pitch inning, an 11-pitch inning, and a 6-pitch inning. That's big. That's our identity. If you're not going to throw a ball 94, 96, with an unbelievable breaking ball, your identity has to be quick pitch innings and letting your engaging your defense and allowing them to make plays, and that's what he did tonight. And when you're defending behind a guy who's going to get early action, and I was counting on the chart, I can't remember how many 2 or less pitch at-bats he had, but your defense can make plays. So here's Matt Britton making great plays. Here's Heck making great plays. Here's Pirtle making great plays. Here's Wes Ray making great plays because they're engaged. That dirty 6 or 7 plus pitch inning, at bat, that's what gets you guys on their heels, and that's what causes the errors. So that can't be our identity, especially with those guys on the mound.
I think he had a 6-pitch, 8th six pitch seven, not 8, 9 pitch 8. What does that tell you when he's getting that easy of an inning that late in the game?
It means the ball is in the strike zone, and the hitters are engaged, and the defense is engaged, and that's who we are. I mean, we spend the whole fall trying to create that, and when it comes to fruition in league games, it's exciting. Not just to the kids who are doing it, but everybody on the bench, because they know exactly what we're trying to do.
Is it just Seth Heck playing every day, or are you seeing something on videotape or in practices that have allowed him to swing a hot bat right now?
Yeah, I think for the last 3 weeks he's been swinging well. It just hadn't shown up in numbers. He's hit so many line drives, especially at Georgia. I think in the weekend, in the 3 games, he hit 6 line drives right at people. He could easily be hitting 400 right now. The thing that most kids do is when they're not getting hits, even if they're hitting it well, if they're not getting hits, they want to change things. And it takes a real mental strength, and he's got that, to just stay with what you're doing, stay with your plan, and he's done a great job with that.
Is Wilcox done for the season?
We have to wait and see. He had a surgery, so yeah, he will be done for the season. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
You think CT might be available tomorrow?
We got to wait and see. He's day to day. He's on the roster, and he's it's just day to day. He's swinging a hot bat, and it's hard to take him out. Yesterday during practice and today he was watching in the pregame stuff. He's just not moving around like himself, and so it's going to be a day to day thing.